All right, welcome to this quick tips kind of video. Apologies for the sound, I'm just doing it through my computer audio speakers, so it's going to be shocking, but deal with it. So I had an email a couple of days ago from, I'm not sure the guy's name, his proper name, but his email name came up as Romind, O-R-M-I-N-D. I'm probably saying that wrong because I always get his names wrong, but anyway. So he had a question about his connection with the TB-03 with Ableton Live. His problem was that he couldn't play MIDI clips, so kind of like MIDI clips writing in live and then sequencing the TB-03 externally using the MIDI from here rather than the internal sequencer. As I understand it, he was using MIDI cables. He'd got the MIDI out and so on going into some sort of MIDI interface, as I understand it, looking at the pictures he sent me. First thing, if you are using MIDI cables, I know this sounds daft, but make sure you've got them connected the right way round. So remember, the output from the TB-03 needs to go to the input of your MIDI interface, and then the input of the TB-03 needs the output from the MIDI interface. Okay, so remember, it's out to in, in to out, goes opposites. I know it sounds daft, but it's an easy mistake to make because you look at it and think, okay, out to out, into in, but no, it's opposite way around. I'm actually doing this today just via USB because I just find it easier. It's less cables. If you've got enough USB ports on your computer or you've got a hub, I do it with the USB rather than faffing about with MIDI cables, because you will get power to your TB-03 from your laptop and it will also do MIDI and everything else as well. Just a word of warning though, make sure you use a USB cable that will send data and power, because I've got some cheapy crappy USB cables that only send power, and then if you're using one of those it won't show up in live, so make sure that you've got a cable that will do both. Usually the cable that comes with your mobile phone will do the job. So let's just get rid of that audio track. So we're just going to do a MIDI clip in session view. I'm just going to create a random pattern just with some random notes. Okay, so my TB-03 is connected, just standard USB connection from that into my laptop. If I play now, obviously we're not going to hear anything, okay, because it's not routed anywhere. So what we're going to look at is the MIDI out section here, because at the moment it's not sending it out anywhere. Now if I click on here, I've not got any options to send it anywhere. So we need to go over to our preferences. If you're doing this by USB, you see down here we've got our MIDI port. So we're looking at the output here. So what we want to turn on is track. Okay, if I turn that on now on the output, let's get rid of that. Go over here, you can see it's now showing up in here. So if you're using some sort of MIDI interface or whatever, you would just select that in your preferences. If I now choose the TB-03, play again, okay, now you can see it's doing something here, but we're still not hearing anything because you've got to set the channel as well. My TB-03 is set to receive on channel 3, so if I go to channel 3, and again I'm just playing this out of the speaker of the TB-03, so it's going to sound a bit shocking, but if I press play now, okay, hopefully you can hear that coming out the amazing speaker built into the TB-03. Couple of things, just so that's basically it. Okay, that's what you got to do. That should hopefully sort your problem out. Just a couple of bits to watch out for. Make sure, because if you don't want the TB-03 to be running, just the internal sequencer when you're doing this, make sure your sync is turned off. If I turn that on and press play now, what's happening is it's starting my TB-03 playing. I can stop it with this, but obviously it's trying to play the internal sequence as well as this sequence here. So two ways of getting around that: either make sure your sync is turned off there, or go to your settings on the TB-03 and put your sync settings there. Switch it from not from auto, switch it to internal, and then it won't take any MIDI clock through the USB. So that's basically how to do it. I hope that sorts out your problem. Like I say, if you're using some kind of MIDI audio interface, that is going to show up in here. So yeah, just turn your track on, and if you are using that, make sure you've got your ins and your outs the right way around. But generally, I recommend using the USB because you get one cable that does several jobs that way. Okay, I hope that sorts your problem out. If anyone's got any other queries or suggestions for other videos, then give me a shout. Usual things: like, subscribe, share the videos around. If you want to subscribe to me on Patreon, you can do so. There is a link in the description, or you can send donations via PayPal. There's a little button in the channel header, and so on. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.